There was pandemonium today at the Forestry Commission as hundreds of beneficiaries of the Youth in Afforestation program mustered up at the offices to demand their allowances.
Since their engagements with the Forestry Commission in April this year, their allowances have been paid sparingly. Their visit to the Commission today was to demand full payment of all their unpaid allowances before the end of the year.
They've paid us only 3 months. Even that wait, they've paid us 3 months. But even with that, there are various degrees of discrepancies. Some you are paid, others are not paid. There are some people here since April. Now they've not received even a dime.
Your monies have been paid into our account to be disbursed to your e-switch account. The monies went yesterday. Yesterday, and by close of the day today and tomorrow, you will have your monies in your e-switch account.
But for members of the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners, the process towards the rejuvenation of their livelihood is far from over. Several of the members claim that a long ban has rendered them financially insolvent and unable to resume operations. Executives of the association met with their members to discuss the way forward on their operations. City News' Hafiz Tijani has the details.
According to the association, even though the decision to lift the ban on the activities is welcoming, their major worry now is how to raise money to recommence operations. Some of the miners say they have begun soliciting for funds from financial institutions. Some of them spoke to City News.
We are still in the process of, putting things together. The ban has been lifted, right? But there's a lot to be done before we can go back to site. The 22 months of inactivity has rendered us, what should I put it? Financially, we are handicapped. It has rendered us handicapped financially. So we need to source out for loans from the various financial institutions and banks. Restart Capital alone is getting to about $250 million as per our own calculations. So we need to source out for the financial assistance from the various bankers and financial institutions.
And the National Democratic Congress's flag bearer election hangs in limbo after the High Court placed an injunction on the event.
Now, two members of the party, James Kabunate and Abdallah Issa, are challenging the rules and guidelines for the process set by the National Executive Committee to govern the election. My colleague Fred Jabano has the details.
In this particular case are two members of the NDC, one Kabunate and Abdallah Issa. Abdallah Issa is a branch executive of the NDC. The case was heard on an ex-party basis by Justice Georgina Mensah-Dacha, who granted the injunction application by these two men. These two men have an issue with the guidelines and rules set by the party to govern the upcoming presidential primaries of the party, which is expected to be held in January 2019. According to them, the guidelines and the rules are ultra-vires the constitution of the country and also the constitution of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC. According to the two men, the filing fee set by the parties on the high side, and that would disadvantage some of the aspirants who are interested in contesting this particular elections. They are also raising issues with a particular rule which says that you need to be 10 years in the party before you can contest this particular election. They are saying that some of these rules governing the elections are illegal, and therefore the court must declare them as null and void. They are also asking the court to ensure or order the party to ensure that the elections are held in a free and fair manner. This particular injunction, which has been placed on the election in 2019 January, would only last for 10 days because it's an ex-party application. What is going to happen after the 10 days is that the applicants would need to come on notice, meaning that they will need to serve the defendants, which is the NDC, so they can also respond as to why or not as to the reasons why the party should not place an injunction on it.
Now, the minority in Parliament is demanding a full-scale presidential probe into the attempted purchase of a building for use as a chancery of Ghana's mission in Norway. According to the ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, records exist to show that the ministry has entered into an agreement with the owners of the said facility. They are therefore daring government to release the official letters to indeed show that the purchase has been halted. Now, there is more in the following report from Parliament.
The minority in Parliament is making further demands on government in relation to the attempted purchase of a property to be used as a chancery in Oslo, Norway, after the matter was first raised on the floor of Parliament yesterday. At a press conference today, the minority spokesperson on Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, demanded that government shows proof that indeed the said transaction had been halted.
The minority demands evidence of the minister's purported 12 December letter. We want to see that letter. 2, we demand to see the response of the parties copied in that letter. Because as we have pointed out to you, the seller of the property has an agreement which we have tendered in evidence before you, and Ghana made some demands on the seller, and the seller proceeded to carry out those demands. Contractors are on site. I don't believe that the seller is Father Christmas.
Wendy Shea and Sister Debbie, or Sister Deborah, are among the top performers who will be taking over the conference center stage at this year's Detour, that's December to Remember concert on the 24th of this month.
Now, 10 of the biggest music acts in the country will be performing for thousands on the night. City News' Nashika Caesar tells us more in the first of our series as we begin the countdown to the event.
Afro-pop artist Wendy Shea, known in private life as Wendy Ado, is promising to thrill fans with songs from some of her hit songs at the official Christmas party, December to Remember. Wendy, who took the music industry by storm this year, has songs such as Bedroom Commando, Uber Driver, and Massacre to her credit. She assures patrons of a show of a lifetime.
Last year I was in Ghana and I wanted to come to the show so bad, and guess what? I'm now performing.
How does that make you feel?
It's amazing, yeah, because I didn't have the chance. I've never been there, and I always wanted to now, yeah, so I'm blessed.